would see certain things going on in the apartments, and management just would not even touch it.
A Salt Lake housing complex raising safety concerns tonight after 2 men were arrested for a deadly stabbing there just last week. It's our top story tonight on 2 News at 5. Welcome, everybody. I'm Mark Cabell.
And I'm Heidi Hatch. Palmer Court Apartments houses men, women, and children experiencing homelessness in Salt Lake City. And tonight, neighbors are raising concerns about their safety. Darby Sparks is live at that complex after talking to 2 former employees who blame a lack of security for this violence. Darby.
That's right, Heidi. Those 2 former employees did tell me that when they worked here, there was no private security, so that they had to rely on frequent police patrols, which caused safety to be compromised. Take a look.
Taddy Jackman, one of the 2 men suspected in last week's fatal stabbing at Palmer Court, was able to come back onto the property despite being banned.
Didn't surprise me a bit, because he and his brother were absolutely always a problem for us. Always hiding around, sneaking.
According to 2 former employees, that's because there was no formal security.
The front desk staff has no one.
They say when there was not a police officer patrolling, the only protection at Palmer Court was 2 front desk managers.
We would have drug dealers that would come in and go into rooms, and there was like nothing we could do about it.
There's a lot of chaos there, lots more than it should be, because people don't want to comply with the rules.
Palmer Court houses some of Salt Lake City's homeless. Owned by the Road Home, it receives state and federal funds. Drug abuse and mental health issues are 2 things that a one-time employee of the Legislative Auditor General's office says he saw during his visits there.
Needles on the sidewalk and in the shrubs and other drug paraphernalia. Residents were complaining that there was drug use. Drug use is common among the residents there. It's a really, really hard environment to get over your drug problem.
Salt Lake police say they're trying to find a solution.
This is a very large apartment complex in that community, so there are going to be an increase in calls for service.
But frequent drug use has led to crime in the area.
If you look at the police reports, these addresses are some of the most common places where police are being called to.
And management allegedly doesn't enforce the rules, said Judy, who worked there for over 10 years.
Some of the management didn't really take the steps they needed to, and I can put a lot of the blame directly on that.
We really need to do more in the way of addressing their drug use and their mental illness. To just let them languish in these facilities is not good public policy.
The Road Home wouldn't go on camera, but they did send me a statement. They said that the stabbing is a part of an investigation and that involved 2 people that don't live here currently. They also said they would be working with law enforcement and security to keep crimes out of Palmer Court. Live in Salt Lake, Darby Sparks, KUTV Investigates.